Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth battle of the Promethean Directive. It's been over a year since the Duchy of Historia launched their campaign into the Ruskommando Corporation and nuked many people for the last two battles. And now they're back on the offensive, with a battle here occurring between the second Survey Korpus, which is just this damaged Odwet class you see in the foreground, and under the command of Lieutenant Harper, now reinforced by a squadron of 15 FW-38A Luz under Captain Jaeger, which is the first Blysk Dzial fleet. Again, I have not butchered that pronunciation. What I just said right now is canon, and there will be no objections to that. And over this way, as we rapidly approach, we can see the Iron Wing, which completely survived its last battle because nothing that they were against had anti-aircraft. And these are again under General Lieutenant Loida of the Ruskommando side. And then there's also the new force, which is JG-9, consisting of two of the RU-19 variants, one 19F, one 19R, and one 19K, which are all relatively similar looking planes, but with different paint schemes, different armaments. Some of them have rockets, some of them have more stuff like bombs. And they are carrier aircraft refitted for use on land, so they've got folding wings, but they don't need those here. Anyway, with everything set up, I'll go ahead and unpause this, and we'll see what happens. My personal prediction is that the damaged Odwet over there is going to get absolutely obliterated by the planes, but I have no idea which Air Force will reign supreme. And you know, I can just leave the camera over in this direction for a little while as we watch the two sides approach. And also as I discreetly check the chat to make sure there's no complaints about any problems with the stream, which there are not. We've got missiles and gunfire going to both sides. And I believe the Historian aircraft are like heavy fighters. Just kind of based on... Are we gonna... You gonna... Okay, good. I will not be surprised if there's several collisions. Ooh. That guy is toast. I don't know quite what got him. Probably missiles is my guess. I don't think most... gunfire could do it that quickly. Kind of looks like, based off first impressions, though, that the heavy fighters getting torn to shreds. Probably because they're less maneuverable than their opponents, and a lot larger targets too. But I'm not fully sure. Da-da. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay. No magnet. That or... It isn't activating because this thing's made of wood. Although I guess it's a mix of wood, a pleak, and trusses, so I don't know if magnets actually care. I don't think they do. Back to the aerial dogfight here. Kinda hard to pick out a clear view of what's going on. In general, it'll just be each plane picking a target and then trying to chase it down. It would be really cool if... there was an easy way to see like stats of like, oh, this plane has shot down 2 aircraft and done whatever. But probably not without a bunch of very fancy custom code. Because then you could have like planes that are like known to be aces and they can actually like gain reputation and like each one has its own name. But for now though, that'll probably only happen for special cases, like if there's a small number of ships. We might be able to keep track of that. They do some really cool stuff like that in the Outlands Space Engineers kind of campaign. But their battles are like capped at like 5 vehicles, and I really don't want to be that restrictive with the Directive. I may end up putting in like limits per fleet for the number of distinct vehicles, just to make it easier for me to copy-paste, and then maybe like a cap for the number of total vehicles. But it'll depend on how much people care about that and how much people end up using during the first season, because if no one ever goes over like 6 distinct vehicle types, then there's no worry about limiting it. Same with, honestly, fleets. I mean, if this war goes on much longer, then Historia is going to have like 100 fleets. There's more every single time I go to their spreadsheet to copy stuff over. Yeah, this guy is having a no bueno kind of time. At least his engine's still there, you know? Be thankful for some things in life. But he's about to have a less than stellar time. At least he's got company, you know? Oh, was that a regular explosion or a collision? Hard to tell if that was lag or the explosion started. Looks like this fella's really damaged. The heavy fighters are definitely not doing well though, assuming that's what these are. There's a lot of them I've seen blown up in the air or now crashed to the ground. There's at least 4 of them that have been lost. Let's see if I can get a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, -1, 6. I think only 6 may be left at a decent health. I know I skipped one. But it's this is looking to be a very good success for Ruskommando. And then after a little while, I'm sure they'll finish off this guy. The nukes from these were expended all in the last battle, so that's why this guy didn't spawn with any. They're trying their best, but they're just not maneuverable enough or not getting lucky with shots. Do some damage at least. I haven't designed many planes myself. I got some of mine, or had some other people design mine, like Samson and Monty. Thank you, you two. But the only ones I did design, I never could get them to work well. Probably because I wasn't doing enough spin clipping. These rockets are remarkably effective for air-to-air, even if they're relatively low speed and low maneuverability. Very well suited for stuff like this, though, because this thing does not have much armor. And by much, I kind of mean it has no armor. Makes sense, though. That's what I'd like to see for a light airship, which is the ones that are like powered by gas. Because you realistically can't haul much, even in this world with the modified air density, with a true lighter than aircraft, which is why I've got other Sidium for heavy airships, and then why I expect a lot of people just to do thruster craft. That did basically nothing. Bit of frags, bit of EMP, I guess. I would think these kind of small missiles would be very effective against the planes, but I haven't been keeping track fully of who are the ones scoring hits, if it's the guns or the rockets like those, or if it's the heavier missiles being launched by the Ruskommandan F-19s, whatever they are. Actually, it's RUS-19s. Where did all those go? I'm not seeing many of them. There's one of them. That's Historian. One of their heavy fighters. And then this one here is burning. And death spiraling. It is really cool seeing fire in from the depths. Like, I hadn't known exactly what to expect from it, but it does look really cool to see things like actually burning as a tangible proof of the damage you've dealt. Yikes. Actually, let's go to the map. Will give us the best view. So there are 3 planes left, and then the damaged, 3 airborne planes, 1 grounded plane. Make that 0 grounded planes, and then the Oduet, which is actually a coast, but that's because gaming was nice enough to give me a version that didn't come with nukes. And it is scrapping as we speak, so it's just a few scattered planes. And I'll make the decision shortly if it's worth continuing the battle to watch all of them get destroyed, or just to write them off, because they're not at this point going to do any damage. With how spread out they are, that means they've lost some degree of control. And yeah, this one's at 90%. 91 and 63. And they're 3 to 5 kilometers from the center of battle. Let me go ahead and get closer to these two, see how that's going. Oh yeah, that one's just got destroyed. Good shooting. There's a chance that there were some aces crowned today. There were 15 planes that would require 15 historian planes that would require one of the Ruskommandans to take out 5 of them, or a full third of the 4th, so it's possible, maybe not likely. But yeah, these two just got toasted. And then I suspect this one over here is not going to be long for the world. Wherever it is at. Yep, it too is burning and got destroyed. So yeah, these guys are either heavy fighters or like ground attackers, and either way it would kind of make sense they'd get beaten by a missile-using dedicated anti-aircraft force. Although I suppose some of the 19s are ground attack. Yep, that is the end of things for the historian side and for the battle as a whole. I'll go ahead and tally the damage and update the spreadsheets of both nations with what has happened here. We can get a nice cinematic fly-through of the Iron Wings here. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll have the next battle going very shortly.